Legs trigger session continues.
So with legs, not many band exercises, but the good news is you only need your body weight to do some of these trigger sessions for your legs.
Be careful with legs. Legs real quick, you can get out of control. I think everybody wants to squat real heavyweight, leg
right, because
press.
we're not trying to go to failure. We're trying to keep under control, composure, and just get a nice pump and blood flow.
You want low intensity. So the exercise I'm going to show is called the Sissy Squat. Now this is quite advanced, so if you're really strong, you can do these on trigger session days. If you're not really strong, you might want to skip this exercise. It's kind of a technical one. So I'm going to be standing up on the balls of my feet, and I'm not way up on my toes, and I'm not flat. I'm kind of in between. I'm going to hold on to something for balance. So in this case, I'm using the squat rack. Hand on my hip, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to throw my knees forward and lean back with my hips jutted forward. It's all quads. So here's what it looks like. I'm going to lean back, let those hips drop.
Notice the heels stay up off the ground. Also notice right now his butt is squeezed, pushing his hips forward, because the natural
There's no bend there in the hip.
Yeah, the most natural thing for people to do when they squat down like this is to break at the hip and stick their butt out. Notice Sal is squeezing his butt, keeping his hips forward as he comes down, and he stays on the balls of his feet the entire time.
This is a gnarly quad exercise. All right, who's going next?
So I'll regress that, right? So if you can't do the Sissy Squat, or that's a really challenging movement, because we're not trying to get sore from these trigger sessions, we're just trying to pump some blood in there, facilitate recovery, get a little bit of a pump, send that muscle building signal. So just a body weight squat. And I think on trigger days, I like to recommend most clients that are going through our MAPS program, I like to tell them, hey, just work on your body weight squats, work on your mechanics, and just go slow and controlled, and really pay attention to the position of my ankle, my feet, see how deep I can get into my squats. And I'm just challenging my form while I'm slowing my tempo down and getting good, deep, full range of motion. And I'm gonna get 15 to 20 reps.
And you'll notice how he's sitting back when he's doing these. He's got a nice tight core, nice high chest. He's not coming forward like this.
You really want to use this as practice to perfect that squat. Yeah. You want to bring that into your barbell squats and all that stuff. I think it's important to mention you shouldn't have your shoelaces tight. Right?
That's right. No, we put a lot of emphasis on squatting and deadlifting, overhead pressing, how these things are skills. And you know, one of the best things you could possibly do is just to continue to practice that movement. Nothing better than to do that with some trigger sessions where you're doing that 2 or 3 times in the day, just body weight. You'll see how much your squat will improve.
So now we take from the squat, we're gonna go ahead and get into another great staple functional exercise, the lunge. Bunch of different variations to the lunge here. I'm just gonna keep it real simple. I'm gonna go ahead and step out into position. So as I step out, I wanna really make sure that I keep a nice upright posture. So when I go to step out, I'm gonna allow this back foot, the heel, to raise as I step out, which is a common thing that I see a lot of people keeping their foot planted there and turning it into a different exercise. So we're gonna step forward here, raising that back heel, keep a nice, tight, supported, upright posture, and I'm just gonna drop down into position and then back up in place. Simple as that.
Excellent, and you could do both sides, right?
You can do both sides. I could alternate. I could step back and focus on pushing back. So lots of different ways that you can utilize that exercise.
Excellent. Subscribe to our channel. You'll get a brand new video every single day. Also,
like it, share it.
Like, share it. Also, MAPS. That's our program. It's extremely popular. Lots of versions of it. Check them out, mindpumpmedia.com.
We put it all together there for you.